how DC finally beat Marvel at the box office. Did they though?
Did they?
Did they? Let's look at this. You've got notes for this story. This is from The Wrap. How did they?
DC scored its biggest win in years as Superman, grossed more than 616 million worldwide, becoming the highest grossing superhero film of 2025 and beating every Marvel release. It marked the first time since 2008's The Dark Knight that DC outperformed Marvel across the board. As one industry observer put it, the film arrived when DC needed it most, following a string of box office disappointments and broader doubts about the durability of comic book movies. These are all continued. Marvel slumped DC's opening. Marvel released 3 films in 2025, none of which crossed the 600 million mark, a sharp contrast to its pre-Endgame dominance. Fandango's Sean Robbins said Marvel is now dealing with the consequences of its own success. They're trying to follow themselves, and they set such a high standard. Coming back down to earth was inevitable. The gap created space for DC to reset and introduce Superman as a viable box office draw. So under DC Studios heads Peter Safran and James Gunn, Superman became the launch pad for a newly unified DC universe. Robin said the creative shift was essential. Superman was brought back to his more colorful variety, brought back to a more everyman type of mood. For both longtime fans and younger audiences, he added, this is it for them. Critics echoed the sentiment, with Collider noting that Gunn brought optimism, hope, and care back to Superman. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't agree with the premise of this story.
Disavow everything I'm saying right now. I'm just reading. Okay.
Yeah, if you add all the Marvel movies together that came out in 2025,
I noticed they don't mention Peacemaker or Creature Commandos, but that's fine.
It's one movie, and this is spin. What I'm saying is, you're going to see other people quote this story. This is spin.
All right, finish. The film's hopeful tone resonated widely, sparking a TikTok-driven hope core trend and reframing Superman as a symbol of kindness. Gunn explained the timing. I'm telling a story about a guy who is uniquely good, and that feels needed now because there is a meanness that has emerged. One viral post captured the cultural moment succinctly. This movie is going to do for the boys what Barbie did for the girls. Spoiler, it did not. All right, and then lastly, while Superman generated more than $100 million in profit, insiders say the bigger achievement was organizational. For the first time, DC's film, TV, publishing, gaming, and consumer products division are aligned. Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav praised the turnaround, calling the work of Safran and Gunn compelling and a great economic turn, and adding, "There's nobody around right now who can tell these stories with the same imagination and excitement." DC's slate stretches through 2027 with Supergirl, Clayface, and major sequels on the way, even as uncertainty looms around Netflix's planned acquisition of Warner Brothers. Whether DC can sustain this momentum remains an open question, but Robbins offered a clear takeaway. It's not that people are fatigued of superhero movies, they're fatigued of bad ones. For now, DC has something it hasn't had in years, and something Marvel briefly lost the upper hand. I feel dirty just reading all of that. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Such spin.
Well, that was my point in us discussing this article. It's a lot of spin, and they're
sorry, did I hear that right? The biggest success was something unverifiable and completely subjective. Because that was
it's totally based on box office.
Yeah.
So I thought they said, wasn't it the biggest success was organizational, right? It was behind the scenes, how we created and structures and stuff like that.
How are they unified? Because one megalomaniacal boy king has control of it and is just doing the things that he wants. Where's the unity?
Well, it just shows that anyone can become a journalist.
Well, I was going to say, and ironically, Thunderbolts was the best of the bunch.
Looking back, probably.
I enjoyed Fantastic Four and Thunderbolts more than Superman, for sure.